James Thurber once said, "Beautiful things don't ask for attention." As a 21-year-old English writing major, I have no idea what my life will look like after I graduate. But I do know I want to pursue something both timeless and meaningful. My name is Kate Rassmussen, and this is a letter to my generation. I grew up on the remote cattle ranch my great-grandfather started over 100 years ago in the Badlands of South Dakota. My grandfather would say, "Take care of the little things and the big stuff will take care of itself." His wisdom guides me through a daunting goal, to run a successful business while taking care of the land. My morning usually starts at 5:30, when time takes on a different feel and the light catches all the angles you missed during the day. This view is undeniably better from a saddle. There's something in my bones saying my grandfather felt this too. My mission in life is to study the natural world, and I can't think of a better place to do that than here, where our survival depends on listening to what nature has to say. In order for this kind of business to last in the long run, we have to pay attention to the little things, like the soil, the bugs, the plants, so the big stuff, like the Great Plains, can take care of itself. The decision to stay on the place my family dedicated their lives to is obvious, but not always easy. Day-to-day life here takes grit, savvy, and endurance. Thankfully, I'm not alone in this undertaking. My cousin Patrick and I grew up here together, building tree forts and chasing leopard frogs. More often than not, people our age don't come back to the family place. Passing on a ranch to the next generation is no simple task, and nothing is guaranteed, but it's an important step in holding on to North America's most endangered ecosystem. As an intern for World Wildlife Fund last summer, I learned that living here has significance beyond our fence lines. Ranchers manage 75% of the remaining intact grasslands. These lands keep our air and water clean and provide habitat for wildlife. Unfortunately, we're losing much of this irreplaceable landscape. Roughly 1 million acres of grasslands are plowed under each year for row crop agriculture, presenting the largest threat to grasslands today. The role of ranchers like my family is to make sure these prairies remain. My dad is the one that's been planting these grassland conservation idea seeds in my head. He has committed his life to managing this ranch with a deep awareness to nature. He's had to be pretty creative in figuring out how to run a business that prioritizes wildlife habitat. To support the next generation of ranchers, we'll need that kind of creative thinking. I like the idea of building a few cabins and starting an artist refuge here, a place where people can spend time in the grasslands. At a glance, the landscape appears empty and uninhabited, but a closer look reveals the quiet ride of life responsible for the Great Plains. Although this land is rugged, hours from a craft beer, and light years from a decent trout stream, living here means I get to spend my days with the wildlife that doesn't end up on postcards. Beautiful things don't ask for attention. I have no better words to describe the prairie.